Hey there, everybody. Onrubu here. Oh, it's been a long time, and I've been keen to get back into this game. Quick word before we continue. I'd just like to say, uh, life hit me like a brick wall over the last few months. A combination of school and some other things just basically meant that I basically had no time to do any of this, this Let's Play stuff, things I wanted, and I basically wasn't even playing any other games, the ones I don't play on this channel. Yeah, I've been so looking forward to coming back, playing this game again. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Quick intro. And I know it's been like 2 months, or more than 2 months, but yeah, let's get right back into 999. I've been looking forward to getting back to this game for a long time. Let's go. So where we left off last time was we just finished like this hotel room thing with some sort of musical puzzle, if I remember correctly, and now we just exited that room with Snake and Seven. Came out of the door and into a long hallway.
Another hallway?
Yes.
Hmm?
Paused for a moment and turned around to look behind him.
That should do it.
What are you doing? That should do what? Seven was bent over, apparently doing something to the door.
What's he up to?
Junpei had spoken more or less to himself, but apparently Seven had heard him. The larger man stood up and turned to Junpei.
I was just putting one of those plates in there.
What plates?
It ought to keep the door from locking again.
What plates?
Now we can come back here anytime we want, right?
Okay, no, that's a good idea. I just want to know what you actually put there. It doesn't matter that much, but yeah. So, but will they be there when we come back, so we can just keep going back into these doors whenever we want? So we don't have to do the puzzles again.
Why would you want to come back here?
I mean, maybe we won't want to, or maybe we'll never need to, but I mean, it's a good idea to just keep the doors we went through open. Snake was a reasonable one. Seven thought about it for a moment before he answered.
I might like to play a little piano.
I mean that's funny. However, there's also a reasonable answer being just don't close opportunities off for yourself.
Piano?
Come on, let's get moving. We aren't out of this yet.
Without waiting for an answer, Seven started off down the hallway.
Well then?
Yep. Snake shrugged, sighed, and quietly followed Seven. That's a lie, Junpei thought to himself.
Can't say I could ever imagine Seven playing the piano.
Maybe he can. Maybe he likes it. I also think it's a lie. And I was just thinking he just wants to keep it open. So I'm just trying to remember what all these buttons do. Yeah, that's the calculator. Okay. I mean, or maybe he just wants to play piano. Maybe he wants to just keep the doors open so they don't close behind. Or maybe he does have ulterior motives that we need to keep track of. Also, if I remember correctly, now that it's bringing back to mind, I think there was a safe in that room we never got to open. I don't know.
He couldn't use the piano in there anyway. The keyboard's a mess. But why would he want to leave the door unlocked then? I have no clue.
I think they're just making it... Dude, you guys are making too much of a big deal out of this. It's just... Maybe it's just better to keep doors open so you can go back.
Hey, wait for me!
Junpei frowned, took one last look at the door and then walked away towards his companions. After some time in the hallway, they emerged into a larger, more open area.
Whoa, a metal grate?
Large metal grate, like the door of a jail divided in half. What is that, elevators on the other side?
Why is this thing...
Are you trying to pull that thing off the walls or something, Junpei? I don't think that'll work as well as you think you might. They shook it for a while, but as they had expected, it did not move.
Figures.
Are those elevators over there?
Yeah, I think so?
No way to know if they're working or not from here. Oh, there's a door just to the left of this grate.
Unfortunately, however, it was locked and refused to open.
Sounds like it's locked.
And refuses to open.
Yep.
Junpei took a moment to examine the left side of the room.
Stairs leading down.
They're blocked by the grate, though.
Huh. Another escape puzzle,
But
eh?
this here seems accessible.
So we can open it?
Female symbol.
I think it's locked, too. Look.
Well, Venus symbol. The center of the door was a small keyhole. Next to the keyhole, a small symbol had been carved into the metal.
What's this mark? The female symbol.
Oh, the Venus symbol. Wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Snake naturally was somewhat more sure.
Ah, the Venus symbol, I imagine.
Yeah, because okay, remember, it's been more than 2 months since I last played this game. I've forgotten a bunch of the small details, but yeah, from what I remember, there were a bunch of like astrological symbols. Maybe not astrological, but like planetary symbols or something strewn about the place. I think I remember that.
Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central stairway?
Yeah.
They reference many of the solar bodies.
Oh, that's right. The Sun, Saturn, and Earth.
Yes.
So, as you can see, that one is likely.
Venus.
Not the woman symbol, but a Venus symbol.
Yep.
So I assume.
Hold on. Where's 7?
Excuse me, Sorry, excuse me. Maybe he's playing piano. While they had been discussing the symbols, Junpei now realized 7 had slipped away. His absence now felt, Snake and Junpei turned to
there he
look for
is,
their missing
down that
companion.
hallway.
7 had left them to head down the hallway extending to the right of the stairs.
This way, Snake. Follow me.
Every time they say Snake, I'm just thinking it's Snake from the Metal Gear series. Junpei grabbed Snake to lead him in the right direction, and they both headed off after 7. Before long, the 3 of them stood in front of a door.
I wonder if this door...
French door. Sorry I skipped that
How
line
about
of text.
that? It opens.
Junpei tested the door and realized that, unlike so many others that they'd encountered, it was unlocked. Also, sorry if the text seems to be scrolling a bit slowly. For some reason, my games just started... The text just started scrolling very slowly in the game, and I haven't been able to fix it. So, sorry if I skip a couple of lines of dialogue. I'm just reading too quickly for the game scrolling. Almost as though he was afraid it would suddenly lock itself, Junpei threw the door open. Ooh, some quality 3D effects. Stepped inside. Ah, another escape room. Let's go.
Oh,
I've
wow.
forgotten all the controls. It took only a moment for Junpei to take in his new surroundings.
Is this some kind of casino?
Sure looks like one.
Before Junpei could comment further, a noise from behind made him turn around. Locked. The door locked itself. Snake was shaking the door they'd just come through.
Well, this is troubling.
7 and Junpei watched. He threw up his hands in frustration and then kicked the door for good measure. Snake isn't as calm and composed as maybe we think he is.
It seems we are once again locked in.
There was no reason to panic, however.
Even if that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere to go that way.
So we must find another exit then.
All right, guys, let's split up and search this room.
Okay,
Come on, no dawdling. Let's go. Quickly now.
okay. Spurred to action by 7's words, Junpei and Snake began to examine the room. Find a way out. Oh, seek a way out. Sorry I misquoted you, game. I forgot. Okay, I've forgotten completely how to do this. Okay, wait. Open up that thing again. Why is the frame rate so... this is what I'm talking about. For some reason, the frame rate just dropped completely on this game. Ever since I last played it. Okay, so speed up, item, file, calc flow. Options, save. Okay, so then that's the map. So, okay. No items yet. Cool. Let's just look around then. What's here? Didn't think I'd find a card here. 6 of spades. 6 of spades. Okay, cool. What is that? There's a weird looking thing floating in there. Is that just like an art display? There's a weird looking thing floating in there. Oh, never mind. This is something. Wait, when those 2 lights turned on, I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. So, clubs, diamonds, heart. What was that? I heard something down there. There's something in the fireplace. What is that? Can I... Yes, I'd like to look at it. Thank you. Coin bag. A whole bunch of coins stuffed in this velour bag. Look at all these coins. Perhaps these coins will allow us to convince the machines to move. That's weirdly phrased there, Snake. This bag's full of coins, and I think I know just the place to use them. Okay. This chair goes to the poker table. Feels really soft. This door is shut tight. Won't open. Okay, cool. What's here? What is that, a 2 of spades? Oh, 5. Looked like a 2. 5 of spades. Okay. Bars. Can I look at the vase? I mean the urn. Junpei, I found this on the counter. It feels like a playing card. 7 of spades. 5, 6, 7, okay. What is this the 8? A playing card or 4? 4, okay, cool. So we're 1 card away from a straight flush. Well, will you look at that? Someone left a bowl of booze here. Don't mind if I do. That is not happening. We do not have the mental capacity to spare right now for you to be drinking. We have 9 hours to get out of this sinking ship. Please, 7. Glug, glug. Never mind, he's already done it. Glug. Ah! Oh, that hits the spot. Feels like my throat's burning. Damn, you really drank it. We don't even know how long it's been there. Oh god. We're fucked, aren't we? We're really screwed. Okay, so we have a straight flush. Okay, 3 of spades. We've got a straight flush. So wait, can we combine these? Okay, cool, we can't combine them. No, this place is like super amazing. This is a blackjack table, isn't it? What's this place for? Probably for playing Baccarat. No, okay, it's Baccarat, not blackjack. Looks a little off though. I mean, I've been gambling once in my life. I don't really know what all the tables look like. Yeah, look at the middle of the table. There's something mounted on it, see? Suddenly, 7 began to speak.
Ah, Baccarat. You ever played Junpei?
Junpei shook his head and he'd barely even heard of the game. I mean, I've heard of the name. I don't know how you play it.
No, never.
Alright then, how about I explain the rules to you a bit? See, Baccarat is kind of an unusual game. You've got the banker and the player. The whole point is that you guess which one's gonna win.
Okay, so it's banker and player, not people playing against each other, so it's like blackjack.
And whether the banker or the player wins, it all depends on their hands. The way each hand works is different from other games too.
Okay. So wait, does it not matter if the player wins or not? They just have to predict correctly. So the banker can win, but the player can still win money?
See, you take the number from the ones place after you add up the value of all your cards. Whoever gets the number closest to 9 wins. If your number is smaller than your opponent's, you lose.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the explanation. Got it?
Basically,
Well, actually, there's a lot more to it. Strategy, details, that sort of stuff.
I can
But
imagine.
what I just told you sums up the core of the game pretty well.
Okay.
The single digit of the sum of all the cards you have. The strongest hand is a 9.
Okay.
And the weakest hand is a 0. You just ignore the number in the 10 spot. Do you get it?
Like
Yeah.
hadn't been asked for it, but Seven's explanation, rushed though it had been, was helpful.
Well, maybe half of it. Enough. I got a chance at winning the game if I played now.
However, we have no way of knowing if the puzzle in the Baccarat table makes use of those rules, and if it does, in what manner.
Then I guess we try everything.
Feeling more confident, if only slightly, Junpei approached the Baccarat table. You can see the playing card behind the thick glass case. It's the 8 of spades. Huh. Hey, 7, are we really supposed to play Baccarat? It's a Baccarat table. What else would we do? Stop worrying about it. It's real simple. What's the opponent's hand? Well, there's an 8 in that glass case. Alright, then that's your opponent's number. Now we need to beat it. That's the case. What 3 cards do we need to get that number? 3 cards. There are a couple of indentations of with white lines around them, right? Those means we gotta put down 3 cards, so Place 3 cards here and defeat the opponent's 8. That's what I've got to do, I guess. So we got to get a 9. Yeah, I think so. Something tells me those aren't the only rules. Alright, let's give it a shot. Okay, let me just... Before I start, I better make sure I got the rules straight. Dude. I got it. I got it. Alright, let's give this a try. I got it. Thank you. Now I need to beat an 8, so I need to get a 9. 6 plus 7, that's 13. Plus 3, that's 16. That won't do. 5 plus... No. The wrong way. 6 plus 7, 13. Plus 5, that's 18. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 plus 7, that makes 18 as well. Huh. Maybe there's another card we can find. If I had a 2, this would be easy. 2 plus 6, 9. Oh, no. 7. Oh, no. But that requires 4 cards. Let me just try and match 8. Let me try and match 8. I don't think it'll work, but let me just try. Yeah, let me try. So 6 plus... Wait, how did I match 8 before? Okay, so 6. 7. What? Excuse me, sir. So that's 13. And now let me just make 18. I don't think it'll work. I think I need to beat it. Oh, okay, no, I could match it. Alright, if I just put down these 3 cards. Yeah, open for me. Yes, open for me. Great! Did it, Junpei. Think it's telling us to take the 8 card? Come on, let's grab it. Alright, let's take this card. Nice. 8 of spades. Can I take these? 3 cards I put down are stuck to the table. They won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Okay then. Check out that stained glass. How beautiful. What? Huh? Stained glass is colored pieces of glass placed together in a frame. As I've said many times before, I need only touch it to know. I can at least discern the basic structure. Are you really blind? I mean, I am willing to trust you, but you've been making a lot of... You've been saying a lot of stuff where it's making me doubt whether you're blind or not. Square table. Looks like a mahjong table. Do you play Mahjong 7? Maybe? I don't remember exactly, but I do remember a couple hands and some of the rules, so I figure I must have played it at some point. Excellent. Once you've vacated this vessel, I should like to play a game with you. Can you, play? So long as you tell me which tiles I am eliminating, yes, I believe I have at least enough skill to defeat an amateur. However, I must ask you to remove the red tiles when we play. Okay. Ooh. What is this? What was that? I don't know what's happening, okay. It seems this card is attached to the panel. And attached very well, it seems. If you don't mind, what sort of card is this? It's a playing card. The Ace of Spades, in fact. Baccarat rules again? I need to make a 9. It says 9. Yeah, it looks like the cover's hiding something. This is the cover, then maybe it opens up. Probably does. Here's the card slot. Looks like we need to put a playing card in here. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's put the 8 here to make a 9. And then you go, hey, alright, look, it opened up. It seems we have another device to contend with, yes? There are 3 slots in this one. And we need to make 9. And we only have 2 cards, so 7. So we're missing a 2. 2 of spades. Okay, let's play these slot machines. This one is a 2 on it. Seems like a good idea to try this one. Well, usually the way these things work is that if the reels match, a whole bunch of coins come out. Exchanging these coins for prizes is the best part, though. A prize, eh? I wonder what might happen if we were to match all the reels. Imagine the prize would be the tools that would lead to our escape. Main body of the slot machine. There's a coin slot in the upper left. Alright, let's drop a coin into this coin slot. Come on, you little bastards, I only need one of you. What was the order again? This is a tough one. And what is so tough, if I may ask? Hitting these reels just right. Timing as well, it's not easy. I don't believe you need to hit them just right. Huh? Okay, so what was the order here again? Clover, diamonds, hearts. Okay. I keep saying clover, I know it's clubs. Clubs, diamonds, hearts. Okay, cool. Damn it, time to try again. Clubs, diamonds, hearts. Clubs. Diamonds. Oh, fuck. Okay, let me do this one first, since this one seems to be the hardest. Nope. 777. I accidentally got a 777. Oh, no, I get it. Oh, I'm being an idiot. I need to press the buttons in the correct order. It doesn't matter what I time it. Okay, got it. And I think I heard something unlocking in there. Impressive, Junpei. Would appear to be unlocked now. There's something akin to a drawer in the bottom part of this machine, yes? That is a pickup drawer for a dividend. Probably the lock for the drawer got unlocked. Please open it if you would. Let's open it. Okay, so we got the 2. There's something inside. So we got the 2 of spades. What is it? Is there something in there? Yeah, a playing card. And this key. Key with the Venus symbol on it. Excellent, Junpei. Now we will be able to open the gate. Then we just need to figure out how to get out of this room. Correct. Come on, Junpei, hurry up. And he's off. There's a playing card and a Venus key. Better put the key in my pocket for later. As for the playing card... Cool, I know what I want to do, but I want to try the other slot machines. Anybody with slot machine? Yeah. Can I play it? Why can't I play it? Okay then. It's not letting me play them. Let's see. 3 slots for cards, and there's a 9 right below them. So that probably means we gotta make 9 with the 3 cards we put in the slots, right? Just like we did over at the Baccarat table. Alright, let's give it a shot. Alright, so put all the cards we had left into the slots. What happens now? Is that... Yes! I did hear something. Sorry, I skipped the text accidentally. Excellent work, Junpei. Wonderful. It seems that the exit is unlocked. Let's go. Alright. Let's go. Oh! Nice one. You found it! Junpei and his companions ran out of the casino and into a large open room. That was a nice one, that was nice and simple. Makes me scared for what's going to come in the future. A room, in fact, that they had been in once before. There was little to surprise them there. They already knew what the next step had to be.
This way.
The iron gate still stood in place, locked tight, blocking the stairway, and right in the center of it,
The keyhole with the Venus symbol. The Venus key should work here.
wasting no time, he pulled it out and shoved it into the keyhole. He turned it. The distinctive sound of metal on metal, he felt the lock click open.
It sounds like it did. Alright, let's get this thing open.
I wonder where this will lead up. When are we gonna meet up with the others?
No problem. Let me help with this one.
Junpei grabbed the handle on the left side and Seven took the handle on the right. Sorry, just getting a drink of water. Something caught in my throat. On Junpei's signal, they both pushed and the gate creaked open.
It sounds as though you have opened it.
Well, you would be right, Snake. We did open it.
We should be able to reach C deck now, I imagine.
Snake, are you gonna be alright? I mean, the stairs.
Whatever you say about C-Deck is probably true. I do not remember anything about the layout of the ship.
Please, do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I would be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards.
Snake, I want to like you, and I was liking you up until, like, I like you, but you're being a bit cocky for my taste for, like, the last two puzzles. I mean, the last puzzle, and now. That's it, though. I still like you, sort of.
Good to hear. Let's move.
At Seven's words, they leapt onto the stairs and jogged quickly down them. No time at all, they found themselves on C-Deck.
Everything looks okay here.
We should check the next deck down, just in case.
When he reached the water, he called back up to Snake and Seven.
Just what I thought. D-Deck is completely underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
The surface of the water below them was flat like a mirror. Was flat like a mirror.
I'm just glad the water level hasn't changed much.
Back to the C deck then.
Now, how about we check out what's here?
This might be a dumb idea, but maybe this might be a dumb idea. Maybe someone should Wait, did they say that they were actually at sea or whatever? I can't remember that detail, but maybe someone should taste the water to see if they're in the sea or not. That might be a dumb idea, but just taste the water, see if it's salt water or fresh water. They began searching around and taking stock of what was on C deck.
There are 2 elevators over there, which means it's probably the same upstairs.
There's a card reader between them.
What is that? What symbol is that? The Mercury symbol?
And another weird mark.
Hey, check it out. It's the symbol for Lotus.
Oh,
What?
See? It's got the woman symbol, and then it's got the devil horns, right?
that was so bad. I love it. That was so bad. It's good. Oh god, Junpei. Oh, he's a dog.
Yeah, I see it. No two ways about it. That was a pretty good one, kid.
Oh. Seven tousled Junpei's hair in what he likely thought to be a friendly manner. Junpei feared his neck might break, even though it was clear Seven had kept his strength in check.
Oh, would you watch it, man? Whew, that hurts. You're gonna break my neck.
What are you talking about? The human body ain't that weak. Maybe this'll toughen you up, huh?
If we were looking for a devil, we've got one right here.
I'm liking Seven more than I thought I would. Thankfully, Snake interrupted. After Junpei's observation, he'd gone over to examine the card reader.
This is a Mercury symbol.
Yeah, Mercury, as I thought.
The marks you mistook for horns are a stylized version of the wings and staff of Hermes.
Hermes, or in Roman mythology, Mercury.
Wings and a staff. Huh. So then,
What's that, Caduceus?
she beats you with the staff until you die and go to heaven.
What was the staff of Hermes? The Caduceus?
Sounds like Lotus, all right.
Junpei's jokes are killing Seven, dude. Seven shook Junpei's head even more rigorously, and the younger man began to feel as though his brain was being jostled about inside of his skull.
7! Oh, that's too much! Oh, my head!
Junpei's stomach began churning uncomfortably.
Oh, I think I'm gonna puke.
Unless we can activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function.
In other words, we gotta find a key card with a Mercury symbol on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I would assume.
Let's forget the elevators for right now. How about that hallway to the left?
Whoa, there's a bunch of doors.
There were a great many doors lining both sides of the hallway. They seemed to stretch on forever, and all three men suddenly felt very small.
Ah, shit. We're not gonna have enough time to check all these, are we?
Maybe we can come back here later. We should check out the other side. Let's head back.
To the right of the stairs, another hallway was stretched out, reaching deep into the bowels of the
To
ship.
the right this time.
After a few moments of moving briskly down the hallway, they emerged into an area roughly the same size and shape as the one on top of the stairs. On the left side of the room were 4 French doors.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them up, starting with the closest one there.
Okay,
Okay, I'm on it.
see what we get? Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. Gave it a small tug and felt it move. Escape game?
It isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Another escape puzzle. Let's go. Thrilled to have found another unlocked door, he threw it open. Or pulled it open because it's open. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw, or why. What did he see? Something shocking, or did he just accidentally meet up with the other people?
What?
Huh. Did you look at that? He simply stood, unable to speak. Junpei, so we are 5 plus 2, 7. Plus 7, 14, 5. So we can only get into doors with a digital root of 5. Just trying to remember what numbers we made up, the 3 of us. Just check. No, wrong button. Let me check the flow chart. Okay. So there the story splits. Interested to see exactly how splits the story gets. But yeah, I'm playing through the game. I'm gonna play through blind, completely on my my gut feelings, and then only afterwards I'm going to go back and do the options I missed. And yeah, I am planning on doing every option I missed in this game. Seven's eyes opened wide and his mouth gaped. After a few long moments, Seven at last managed to speak.
Hey, what is this place? It's so huge and empty.
Massive room stretched out in front of them, more a cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive and it bore down on Seven and Junpei. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. Do those have mattresses or do they just steel frames? Simple things, a little more than pipe and thin mattresses, okay.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
Are these for the workers or no, the third class people had their own thing. Are these for workers or is this like a hospital or something?
Is this a hospital?
Okay, hospital, got it.
The harsh scent in the air is reminiscent of antiseptic solution.
I think so. There are shelves in the center of the room with medicine and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
One of them doesn't have a number on it. A few of them were emblazoned with large single-digit numbers, made with thick red paint.
The left
3.
door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7.
And the last one has an 8.
And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Hey, why is that door between 3 and 7 blank?
Let's go check it out.
Does that mean anything?
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
What do you mean? We can't go through those numbered doors.
Yeah, good idea.
3 of them threaded their way through the beds towards the back of the room. Upon reaching them, they proceeded to investigate each door in turn, but to no avail. Okay, so none of them open. I wasn't expecting it of numbered doors to open without the correct numbers, like you should
Yep,
expect
locked.
it.
Just like I thought.
Naturally. After all, there are rules to the nonary game, and to allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules. Unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will...
Whoa, check this out.
What? Suddenly, Seven spoke up, interrupting Snake.
Look at the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember the red back at the main
They
staircase?
had numbers on it. Or
If
just
there wasn't
letters.
anyone in it, it said vacant on the little
Oh,
screen,
okay,
remember?
okay. I do not remember. Thank you very much for reminding me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But this one,
I'm really liking Seven so far. He's much more observant and, like, smarter than I expected. I was literally just expecting a meathead. And usually I'll like meatheads if they're nice, but that's all I was expecting. This guy is actually observant, and he's still a meathead, but he's smart and he has logic. He's not like, I wouldn't call him like whiz-wise or anything. He doesn't seem to know a lot of stuff, but like general like you know, like what I'm trying to say is like Snake and him are like basically two sides of the same coin. Both of them are logical and like are able to solve things, but Snake has more of a knowledge of like refined stuff and like general understanding of more stuff, while Seven is just like very, very just practical and pragmatic, and he knows about like other stuff and stuff. Like that's what, I'm just saying because I'm liking Seven a lot more than I thought I would.
There's nothing.
right? You think it's broken?
I do not think it's broken. It's just maybe not activated yet. Maybe they don't allow you to use it if there's not any people that can use it nearby. I
Only
don't
one
know.
way to find out.
No, nothing.
Pei and the others put their hands on the panel, but nothing happened. The red refused to change. Tried pulling the lever, still nothing. As they soon discovered, it wasn't only the red on the door 8 that seemed to be malfunctioning, it was all of them.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
All of them.
I didn't think all of them would be malfunctioning.
I don't think they're malfunctioning, I just think they're off on purpose.
What does it mean?
They've got to be broken. Man,
Or
that
they're just
bastard.
off.
I didn't think Zero was the kind of guy who'd screw around with something like this.
Whoa, whoa. Zero's been prepared for everything so far, and you're saying he's gonna make a mistake now?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, that's the only thing I can think of. This thing ain't working at all.
Hmm.
While Junpei and Seven talked, Snake busied himself with examining the red. After a time, he lowered his hands and spoke.
It seems as if some of the internal hardware has been removed.
Okay.
Internal hardware?
That is what I said. Take a look at the underside of this red, if you please.
The bottom?
Junpei obliged and bent over to look at the underside of the device.
Huh, there's a thin slot here. I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
The other two reds are the same. Something's been removed from all three of them.
I get it. So the reds aren't working because somebody pulled out their guts.
That's one way to phrase it, yes.
So I assume.
But why?
To hinder our progress? I mean, until we're ready to go past it. That's what I would assume. Zero did it, maybe, and we get the parts from another puzzle.
And who? I mean, it really doesn't make sense.
I have no idea. Why on earth would I know something like that?
Just then, I heard the sound of a door opening.
Oh, what now?
3 of them turned around and saw the others. Akane! Oh, no, Junpei thought. It's
June!
June. Hello. She stopped short, surprised to see them, and was very nearly bowled over by the rest of her companions who were coming through the door behind her.
Ace! Santa! Clover! And Lotus!
Hello, all of you.
Guess everyone's here.
Junpei and Seven were, for the moment, at a loss for words.
What are you guys doing?
Why are you...
That's my line? Perhaps we should exchange information.
After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperate to exchange information. They talked about the rooms they'd been through and how they'd ended up in the same place. Of course, none of it was very useful information, but that hardly mattered. They were happy to simply see one another again. Although the level of cheer varied greatly from one person to person, each one of them was wearing some manner of smile. Almost as though they had already forgotten about the death of the ninth man. No, thought Junpei, perhaps that wasn't it. Perhaps the thoughts of his death were what drove them to smile at one. They're just relieved to see them again. Not in a morbid or hateful way, no, the ninth man had died, but they were still alive, and that was something to be happy about. A sort of simple, uncomplicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. Still alive. Still alive. He felt sorry for the ninth man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive.
And that's what we know.
With that, Junpei finished his own explanation.
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
What about that big hallway?
The ninth man is actually, now that I think about it, the ninth man is actually very useful because the number 9 doesn't change the digital root of anything it's added to, does it? No, it doesn't. 9 doesn't change the digital root. Yeah, you can add 9 to any of the other numbers and the digital root stays the same, so you could have like brought an extra person into every single door. And that's how they would split it, yeah, that makes sense. The ninth man would... having the number 9 is pretty useful.
Maybe there's somewhere in there we might be able to go.
No, there's nothing there. The 5 of us had a quick look. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
You mean all those doors are for hospital rooms?
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
It had one of those solar system mark things on it.
Which one?
It was the Jupiter symbol.
Okay, Jupiter.
Jupiter.
I wonder what it means.
Confusion seemed to be the consensus.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room?
I love Junpei's voice, he's so sarcastic, I love him.
I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
I mean, they need a place to, like, treat the sick, but not this big. No one, not even Snake, appeared ready to offer an answer until Seven unexpectedly spoke up.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship.
On the Titanic.
Chances are it's the Gigantic.
Gigantic?
The Gigantic?
Junpei looked at Seven, shocked both by his knowledge and the apparent identity of their prison. He was not the only one.
What is this gigantic?
Seven nodded to Lotus and began to speak.
The Gigantic. She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century. Actually, the Titanic had 2 sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them. They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched.
Okay.
The British Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship. At some point during the war, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea.
Aegean Sea, that's where I'm from. Well, not actually from the sea, but that's my home turf where I was born.
She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk. What happened to her after that? One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gordain bought her. Seemed like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking. That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic. Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself. Which was impossible, of course.
Yeah.
It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.
And that's why he got the sister ship.
But the Gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was identical...
So you're saying this Lord Gordain bought this ship?
Yeah, at least I think I am.
That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
Pipe down, just pay attention. What, that's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the Gigantic?
No, we don't.
Well, This ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So, I just figured.
That it's the gigantic.
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
No, I've got more.
Like?
Well, I mean,
Mercury symbol. Seven looked around desperately, doing anything to avoid meeting Lotus's piercing stare. He scratched his head for a moment, then gave up. Finally, he opened his mouth.
I don't know.
Lotus sighed and shook her head.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Almost as if to save Seven from further embarrassment. Oh no. Bell began to ring from far away.
Huh.
3.
A bell.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway.
There was 3 rings. Junpei counted each chime carefully.
10.
Okay, never mind.
11. 12. Huh, 12.
You only have 6 hours. 12?
It's midnight. Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
Yep.
Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
We've looked everywhere in this room,
I had been examining the room as they
but
talked.
we haven't found anything.
So let's
Right.
try the others.
That only leaves one place to look.
One?
Well, not just one.
Huh?
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
I mean, just quick searches.
Well, you already checked some of them out before you came here, right?
Did you check all of them?
We each checked a single room, so 5 rooms in total.
All right then. That's 5 rooms we don't have to search. We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
3 rooms.
There are 48 other rooms?
Lotus did not seem excited by the prospect. Seven fidgeted nervously before responding.
Maybe?
So Seven, what are you? Are you like a technician or like a worker that was working on restoring the ship or something? After some discussion, the 8 of them decided which rooms to begin with and in what order they would go. Junpei was chosen to search the rooms on the starboard side, moving from fore to aft.
Alright, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Yeah.
Yes!
They also determined when they would return to report their findings, the next time the clock sounded the time. When it did, they would meet back in a large central room full of beds, so they're gonna waste an hour looking at these rooms.
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah, sounds straightforward enough.
If, during their search, any of them were able to locate missing components, they were to yell for the others.
I'll shout if I find any of the components we need.
Okay.
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
If this strategy failed, they'd return to discuss their options later.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
Right.
Then let's do this.
Let's go. Details decided, they left to begin searching. Out into the hallway they went, each to the rooms they'd been assigned. However... Hello? From far away, Junpei heard the bell ring. It did so only once. It was 1 a.m.
It's 1. I better get back to the others.
Jogged through the entrance of the large hospital room to find six of the others already there.
Huh?
What's up? Snake is missing.
What are they doing over there?
Had one of them found the missing piece?
What happened, guys?
was June who answered him.
Jumpy, look!
She was pointing at the red. Pushed through the others until he stood in front of it. Vacant. Immediately he knew what she had meant.
Vacant?
They sighed.
Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
Well,
Junpei wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked confused as June, but kept their mouths shut.
What the hell? What is up with you guys?
They all knew something he didn't, and Junpei wasn't about to leave things that way. Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
Oh, okay.
You don't know?
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but
Where's
the missing
Snake?
parts were already back in the red.
Where's Snake?
What?
Sorry, I skipped the voice line. Junpei looked at the bottom of the red again just to make sure. The slot had been open and the bottom was now covered with metal.
You're right. It's in there.
Where's Snake?
What about the other two?
They're still broken.
They're the same.
Oh,
Let me take a look.
they both work now? Junpei quickly examined the other two boxes. Vacant.
It's just as you said.
Satisfied that they were also repaired, but still very confused, he returned to the others.
Alright, I just want to be sure here. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
Okay, so, So there the path splits.
Correct.
none.
Ace and June nodded silently. Seven raised his hands as if to say, "Not me," and Santa just shrugged. Only Clover lowered her head and did nothing.
Huh. Wait a minute.
Where is Snake? That was when he noticed.
Where's Snake?
Junpei swept his eyes across the room a second time, but Snake was nowhere to be seen.
Does that mean that he found them?
I've no idea. There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
Clover raised her head.
No! That's impossible!
Suddenly she was shouting.
Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see. So he couldn't get lost. That's impossible.
Then where is he? I am fully willing to believe you, but the fact is, if he's not here, that either means he's choosing not to come here, or something happened to him. Either accidentally, or someone attacked him for some reason. Clover had started to shake, and the knuckles of her hands had gone white. Spun around, but before she did, Junpei noticed tears welling up in her eyes. She's scared.
I'm gonna go look for him.
Aww. The words were barely out of her mouth when she began to run.
Hey, hold on, Clover. Wait!
Junpei cried out to her, but she was too slow. She kept going, and before anyone else could react, she was gone.
Well, that didn't work. Damn it. What should we do now?
Well, the red is working now.
Are you saying we should go in somewhere?
No, we're not leaving two people behind. We should go look for them.
We can't leave two people behind, because then they will not be able to cross the red. So we have how many people? We have 6 people here. So, 3 can go. 3 or 4 can go, and then, yeah. It's cool. 3 or 4 can go, and then 2 can... So either 2 or 3 can stay behind to cross the red with Clover and Snake.
Oh man, this ain't good.
Oh, yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
I like how blunt Santa is.
Then remain here if you feel you must, but there's no time. We've only 5 hours left.
Yep. Junpei and the others nodded to one another and took off at a run. In front of the stairs that led to B deck, they decided to split
Let's
up.
split up.
Okay.
All right, I'll take this direction.
Then I shall look that way.
I'll be over here.
See you all later.
Soon, only 2 of them were left, Jumpy and June. Those 2 were Jumpy and Junpei and June, who had bleh. Wow, I messed that line up 8 times. Those 2 were Junpei and June, who had been a few steps behind the others.
All right, we should go too.
Uh-huh.
Yes, let's go! But where should we start?
Let's see.
Okay, things are heating up. I am very worried about Snake. I am scared that something happened to him. I am scared he might not be alive when we find him. I don't know why, I'm just scared of that. Huh. I'm about to... I'll end the episode here. Before I go, I'd like to say a theory that I've had. This theory is completely baseless. Like, actually completely baseless. Like, I literally have no reason for having this theory. It's just a gut feeling. It's not even a theory, it's just... Okay, let me just say it before I... Anyway. I feel like Akane or June might be Zero. I have no reason to feel that way. There's just a gut feeling in me. It's like, she might be Zero. That's it. That's all I have to say. I don't know why I hyped it up so much. Sorry for wasting your guys' time. Anyway. Thanks everybody for watching. Things are heating up, and I am very, very excited to be playing this game again. Look, I have just been thinking about this game for the last 2.5 months. Like, aching to get back to it. And, just waiting until I can finally get back to it. Yeah, basically. And now that I'm back, I'm just like, okay. I'm enjoying it again. It's really tense. It's really got me hooked. Thanks for watching, anybody that does. Well, now that I've hemorrhaged the 2 people that were still watching this series on my channel. Yeah, so... and I hope to make this a return back to schedule and back to form. Well, so for now, guys. Bye.